Good morning, children. In the last video, we had seen that Lorenzo was telling that he would become dumb because Graciano doesn't give him a chance to speak only. In response, Graciano says, "Yes, you keep me company." Keep me company means you keep me company for 2 more years, and you shall not know the sound of your own voice. Means you will forget the sound of your own voice. Antonio tells, "Goodbye. I will grow a talker. I will become a talker because of your advice." Your is referred to Graciano. Now, Graciano thanks Antonio for that and says that, "Listen, Antonio, truly, for silence is only commendable." Commendable means praiseworthy. Silence is praiseworthy in a needs tongue dry. In the tongue of an ox which is dried and kept. Silence is praiseworthy only in that. Now, Graciano and Lorenzo leaves the scene and go away. When they are gone, Antonio asks Bassanio that whatever Graciano said, did that make any sense? Is that anything now? Means was it making any sense? Bassanio replies that Graciano speaks an infinite, a lot of. Nothing means nonsense. Graciano talks a lot of nonsense, and it is more than any man in the whole of Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. Means Graciano's speech or words have very little reason and only a lot of nonsense. Just like 2 grains of wheat which might be hidden in 2 bushels. Bushel is a unit of measurement. In 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day ere you find them, and you may look whole day for the 2 grains hidden in that bushel of chaff, and when you ultimately have them or find them, they are not worth the search. They would not be worth the search. They would be of no use to you. Then Antonio asks Bassanio, "Okay, good. You tell me now, which lady is that to whom you have promised a secret pilgrimage?" Means to whom you have promised to visit secretly. And today you promised to tell me about that lady. Now Bassanio, in response to Antonio's question, tells him, "It is not unknown to you." Means you know, Antonio, how much I have disabled, how much I have wasted my estate. My estate means my fortunes, by something showing a more swelling forth, by living in a grander lifestyle than my meager income. Faint means meager income or poor resources would grant continuance, could keep me. Bassanio wants to say that he did not have resource of money, still he was living a extravagant lifestyle and thus wasting his fortune. "Nor do I now mourn to be abridged." He says that I don't have complaint that I have been forced to give up living like a lord. "But my chief care but my main concern is to come fairly off from the great debts. Important children. What is Bassanio's main concern? That he wants to pay off his debts, the loans that I, wherein my time, something too prodigal hath left me engaged. Which loans? Which he has taken during his youthful time and when he has spent his money extravagantly. To you, Antonio, I owe the most. Bassanio says that he has taken the maximum amount of money as loan from Antonio in money and in love. And from your love I have a warranty. And Bassanio tells him that because I have taken maximum money from you and I love you also to the maximum, so this affection of yours, this affection which I possess towards you, this permits me to unburden, to tell you all my plots and purposes, all the plans which I have made. Plans he has made for what? To clear off the debts I owe, to clear off the loans which he owes to Antonio and to other people. Antonio tells Bassanio, I pray you, I request you, good Bassanio, you tell me your plan. And if it means your plan. And if your plan, as you yourself still do within the eye of honor, means if Bassanio's plan is as honorable as him, be assured, you can be sure that my purse, my money, my person means myself, and my extremest means and all my resources lie all unlocked to your occasions, will all be available for your use. Now Bassanio gives Antonio an example from the school days. He says, in my school days, when I was in school, when I had lost one shaft and I used to lose an arrow, what did I used to do? I shot another arrow. His fellow means a similar arrow of the self same flight. Of the self same flight means of the same length, weight and design. Means the second arrow was exactly identical to the first one. And I shot it in the same direction under the same condition so that it could land at the same place as the first one. But I did it with an advised watch, means greater carefulness, so that I sometimes found the previous arrow too. And by adventuring both and by risking both the arrows, I often found both. So, Bassanio gives this childhood proof. He says that I am giving you an example from my childhood because whatever I want to tell you next is entirely innocent. There is nothing false in that. Actually, Bassanio wants a fresh favor from Antonio. So he tells him that I owe you a lot. I have taken a lot of loan from you. And like a willful, self-willed young man, I have lost whatever you have given me. Whatever I took from you, I have already lost. But if you please, if you want to give me another loan, just as I used to shoot another arrow, then if you give me a second loan, I will without doubt repay you fully by being careful. How will I repay you? By carefully suspending the second amount which you lend me now. And it may so happen that I may also return the previous money. But if not, I will surely bring your latter hazard back. Means I will surely repay you the second debt, and thankfully rest debtor for the first, and I will ever remain thankful to you for giving me the first loan. Antonio listens to everything and he says, "Look, Bassanio, you know me well, and do not spend your time means waste your time by talking about my love with circumstance means in a roundabout fashion. Don't try to intermingle with things which are not needed to be spoken now. And out of doubt means undoubtedly. You are hurting me. You are doing me wrong in making question, in doubting my love of my uttermost, because I have given you everything, that if you had had waste of all I have, that even if you had wasted everything which I have, Antonio says that even if Bassanio wastes whatever he has, Antonio further continues telling that, Bassanio, you just tell me what should be done, that in your opinion I can do for you. You just tell me that, and then I am pressed unto it. I will be obliged to do that. I will readily do that. You just tell me what is to be done. Don't give me examples from childhood to prove that you will return everything. Bassanio straightaway comes to the point and says that in Belmont there is a lady, richly left means she has inherited much wealth from her father. She is fair, beautiful. She is fairer, she is more beautiful than the word beautiful. She has wondrous virtues, means she has good qualities. And sometimes from her eyes I have received fair speechless messages, means unspoken messages of love. The name of this lady is Portia, and she is nothing undervalued, not inferior to. She is not inferior to whom? To Cato's daughter. Children, Portia here is being compared to another Portia which was in the book, or rather in the drama Julius Caesar, which is also written by Shakespeare. That Portia was the daughter of a Roman statesman Cato, and she was the wife of Brutus, who was a Roman general. That Portia too was very beautiful and courageous. Which Portia? The Portia in the drama Julius Caesar. So here Bassanio is comparing the Portia of Belmont to this Portia and saying that this Belmont's Portia is in no way inferior to Cato's daughter and Brutus's wife. And nor is the wide world ignorant of the word, means the whole world knows how famous or how good this Portia is. Why? Because for the four winds which blow in from every coast, means because people come. People means rather suitors, means men who want to seek her hand in marriage. They come from all the four directions with a wish to marry her. Renowned suitors. and her sunny locks. Renowned means famous. Suitors are the people who want to marry Portia. So these people come to marry Portia, and her sunny locks means the bright golden hair of Portia. It hangs on her temples, hangs on her forehead. Temple is forehead, just like a golden fleece. Now children, here you have to make, here you have to understand the meaning of golden fleece. According to a Greek story, Jason and his friends, they had gone out on a dangerous journey in search of the fleece. Fleece is hair of a golden sheep, and Jason found this sheep in the island of Colchos. But this fleece was guarded by a dragon. Jason, before Jason, many people had come to get this fleece, but they had failed. So here Portia is being compared to that golden fleece which makes her house, which makes her seat, means this turns her house of Belmont, or as Portia is compared to the golden fleece, Belmont becomes the island of Colchos. And as many Jasons, means many suitors, come in quest, come in search of her. Bassanio requests Antonio, "Oh my Antonio, if I only had the resources to hold a rival place, means if I had the resources to compete with those suitors, then I have a mind, I have a mental instinct which presages, which foretells me that success would be mine, and I shall definitely, undoubtedly be successful in winning Portia. In winning Portia. Then Antonio says, "Okay, thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea. You are aware that all my money has been invested in my ships at sea. At present, neither do I have cash nor commodity, means nor do I have any asset to raise funds. To raise funds means to raise money for you. To raise money to give you. Therefore, go forth. You go and see where in Venice. Try what my credit can in Venice do. You go and see that taking my name, who can give you money, or just see from whom you can borrow money in my credit. That shall be racked even to the uttermost, and you can stretch it. You can stretch to any limits, so that what you want at present can be provided to you." Antonio tells Bassanio that he can go and find out and inquire from anyone or anywhere where he can get the money, so that he can take the amount and go to beautiful Portia. In the present time, meanwhile, Antonio will also do the same. He will also move around in Venice to see where he can borrow money. Borrow money for whom? For Bassanio. And Antonio is sure that people will lend him money either formally on his credit, or for the friendship which people bear towards him. So children, with this we come to the end of Act 1, Scene 1. Here summarizing, you have to remember that Antonio is presented in a sorrowful mood. His friends try to give him reasons for his sorrow, but he is not satisfied. Then Bassanio comes and he tells Antonio about his plan of visiting Portia in Belmont because he wants to marry her, and as Antonio does not have money with him in the present situation, he tells Bassanio that he can borrow money from anyone in Venice on his credit, and Antonio himself would go out to see who could lend him money, and he would help his friend by furnishing him with the money, and then Bassanio would be able to go to Belmont to meet Portia, or rather win her. Children, after this, in another video, I will be giving an assignment which should be done by you. Okay, for today, thank you.